Hey everyone, and welcome back to the English Talk podcast. I'm Emma.
And I'm Paul. Thanks for tuning in again. Today, we're diving into a topic that's relevant to so many people, especially teenagers and parents. We're talking about social media and teenage health.
Yes, social media is everywhere: TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube. And while it can be fun and even educational, it also brings some serious challenges. Today, we'll explore how it affects teenage mental and physical health, and we'll talk about some ways to create a healthier online experience.
We'll also include some useful vocabulary and expressions. So if you're learning English, stick around. Let's get started.
So let's begin with a basic question. Why is social media so important to teenagers?
That's a great place to start. For many teenagers, social media is how they connect with friends, discover new trends, express themselves, and even learn about the world.
It's like the modern version of hanging out at the mall, right?
Exactly. And during the pandemic, especially, social media became the way to stay in touch. But now that we're back to more in person activities, social media hasn't gone away. In fact, teens are using it more than ever.
According to recent studies, teenagers spend an average of 3 to 5 hours a day on social media. That's a lot of scrolling, liking, and posting.
But it's not just about time, it's about what they see, who they follow, and how it makes them feel. That brings us to the next part of our conversation.
All right, let's talk about mental health. This is a really important topic. There's growing evidence that social media can affect teens' mental well being, both positively and negatively.
On the positive side, some teens find support online. They can connect with people who share similar interests or who are going through similar experiences.
Yes, like online support groups or communities focused on mental health awareness. Those can be incredibly helpful, especially for teens who feel isolated.
But the negative effects are often more common. One big issue is comparison. Teenagers might compare their lives to the perfect images they see online.
Right. Let's face it, social media is often a highlight reel. People post their best moments: vacations, parties, gym selfies, perfect makeup, but rarely their struggles.
That can make teens feel like they're not good enough. It affects self esteem, body image, and can even lead to anxiety and depression.
There's also the problem of cyberbullying. Some teenagers face bullying or harassment online, which can be devastating for their mental health.
Absolutely. And let's not forget about FOMO, fear of missing out. Seeing others having fun can make teens feel excluded, even if what they're seeing is just a carefully edited version of reality.
Now, let's shift gears and talk about physical health. Paul, have you ever stayed up late scrolling through your phone?
Guilty as charged, and I'm not even a teenager. But yes, screen time affects sleep.
And for teenagers, sleep is especially important. They need about 8 to 10 hours a night, but many don't get that, partly because they're on their phones late at night.
The blue light from screens can interfere with melatonin production. That's the hormone that helps us fall asleep.
Exactly. And if they're tired during the day, it affects their concentration, mood, and even academic performance.
There's also the issue of physical activity. When teens spend hours sitting and scrolling, they're not moving their bodies enough.
Lack of exercise can lead to weight gain, poor posture, and even back pain. And let's not forget text neck, that pain you get from looking down at your phone too much.
I think I've had that. So it's clear that social media can impact both the mind and the body.
Let's talk about signs that social media use is becoming unhealthy. What should teens and or their parents look out for?
Great question. Some warning signs include feeling anxious or upset after using social media, constantly checking for likes, comments, or messages, difficulty concentrating without the phone, skipping activities or responsibilities to spend more time online, sleeping less, or feeling tired all the time.
And if a teenager is becoming isolated, losing interest in hobbies, or showing changes in mood or behavior, that could also be a sign that something's not right.
Absolutely. Social media should be part of life, not the center of it.
All right, now let's move to something more positive. How can teenagers use social media in a healthier way?
Tip number 1. Be mindful of who you follow. If someone makes you feel bad about yourself, it's okay to unfollow or mute them.
Yes. Follow accounts that inspire you, teach you something, or make you feel good. There are lots of positive spaces on social media.
Tip number 2. Set boundaries. That could mean turning off notifications, using screen time limits, or having no phone times, like during meals or before bed.
Or even trying a social media detox, taking a break for a day, a weekend, or even longer.
Tip number 3. Talk about it. If something online is making you feel bad, talk to a friend, a parent, a teacher, or even a mental health professional.
And tip number 4, balance your time. Make sure social media isn't replacing real life activities like sports, reading, face to face conversations, or just relaxing offline.
Let's also talk about the role of parents and schools. Emma, what can parents do to support healthy social media habits?
First, model good behavior. If parents are always on their phones, teens will copy that.
So true. It's also important for parents to keep communication open. Instead of saying, you're spending too much time online, they can ask, how does it make you feel when you use that app?
Exactly. Schools can also help by teaching digital literacy, how to think critically about what we see online, how to spot fake news, and how to protect your privacy.
Some schools are even creating phone free zones or encouraging tech free hours. It's all about balance.
All right, English learners, let's do a quick vocabulary review from today's episode.
First up, highlight reel. This means a collection of the best or most exciting moments. On social media, people often show only their highlight reel, not real life.
Next, FOMO, which stands for fear of missing out. It's the feeling that you're being left out of something fun or exciting.
Then we have screen time, which is the amount of time spent looking at devices like phones or computers.
Another important one, cyberbullying. That's bullying that happens online through messages, comments, or social media posts.
And finally, digital detox, which means taking a break from electronic devices to rest and reset.
All right, listeners, that's it for today's episode of the English Talk podcast. We hope this conversation gave you some insight and helped you practice your English too.
And now, it's your turn. What do you think about social media and teenage health? Have you ever taken a break from social media? Do you think it helps or hurts your mood?
We'd love to hear your thoughts. Leave a comment, share your experience, or suggest a topic for a future episode.
And don't forget, if you enjoyed today's episode, make sure to follow the podcast, like this episode, and subscribe so you don't miss the next one.
Your support helps us keep going, and it only takes a second. Hit that follow button and share this episode with a friend who might find it helpful.
Thanks for listening. Take care of your health, both online and offline. And we'll see you next time.
Bye for now.